Okay, here I'm going to show you how to create a admin user. So admin user can access the database and modify the database and see what's like users you have, things like that. So go to gecko-app.api.herokuapp.com/admin and then put in your credentials. If you don't have any credentials, make sure to contact admin so that they can create one for you. And so we're going to log in here, and here you're going to have the main GECKO admin panel. And to create a admin user, you go up here and you go manage admins. So admin users can access this website. So what you do is you add a new user. We're actually not going to add one here, but you can create a username, put their email, and then put your password. And then this password will eventually get encrypted, so you won't know what that password afterwards. So make sure you record that password and then give it to the person that is going to use it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a user. So let's go to our user area and you add a new user. So users can be two things right now. They can either be a doctor or a patient, or they can be nothing at all. So let's create a patient, and let's put their username, bob.jones, bob.jones@gecko.com. And we'll just add a password here. Let's just call it password Bob. Then you can put in your phone number, first, last name, Bob Jones. And then you'll have to add a doctor ID here if you want it to be connected with a doctor. So currently we have one doctor, and the ID for that doctor is ID 1. And then let's save that. So now we have a user that's Bob Jones. And so now we set up a user. Okay, so now we're going to pull up our app and log in as our user. So bob.jones. Then it's going to be password Bob. Then log in. And then this will give you your user. Now you can go to profile and you can edit this stuff. You can take a look at the Katabas pack stuff. This comes directly from the actual website. You can order. So here you can put in the phone number if you don't have the phone number. Order. And so now, once you order, if you refresh, you can see now that the order came in right here. This is that number that it gave us. This is where you can update it and say, hey, I received it, it's been completed, things like that. You can also add addresses for a user. So if you wanted to add an address, you can just add one. So to connect this to a user, you can select your user here. Let's select Bob Jones. And then let's save it. And that'll be connected to Bob Jones now. So if we take a look at users, go to Bob Jones, you can see now we have this address connected to it. So admin panel, you can add users, check the orders, take a look at messages that are from the doctor. This is all kept track of. You can add specific devices. You also have this device auth. This is where you can set up your device and set up the authentication for it. That way we can get data from our outside service that's actually getting this information from the device. So let's go over setting up the actual device. So what we want to do first is just set up a device auth. So let's add a device auth and just create whatever user, Bob Jones, and then here just whatever password, Bob, and then we just tell it who it belongs to Bob Jones. Save that. So now we can set up our app so we can link to our actual device. The app that we use to link to our device is called eWeLink. And so if a patient needs to set up the device, it needs to go through this service to connect to our database and get information for us. So you'll have to click on register and then create an account and use the device auth that we created previously. So once you have created that account and logged in, you'll go to the main screen and I'll show you how to actually add a device. Once you get to the main screen, you can click on the add button right here, and that will bring you to the add device screen where you can click on quick pairing. From there, you will get to a screen where you'll input in your Wi-Fi name and password, and then from there you'll go in the process of syncing the device to your Wi-Fi, and then from there you'll get set up and the device will be connected to your user.